Christmas. Right around the corner, and everyone is celebrating. In fact, we even threw a Christmas party at my school that I sadly walked out of at the last minute. So, but anyways, it's Christmas, and you know what time it is? Yep, time to sit down and watch our favorite classic Christmas films. Now, I've actually been debating on making this list since a lot of people are already doing it. However, so I decided, you know what, I should get onto the mix. However, this ranking list isn't gonna be like my usual movie reviews, but instead a bit more different. So, I decided, you know what, let's just rank every Christmas movie I saw. So here it is. This is every Christmas movie I saw ranked. Now here are the rules. Only movies I've seen, and these are my opinions. And also all these movies are owned by their respectful owners. And I mean companies and studios. So anyways, with that said, let's start the list. Office Christmas Party. Office Christmas Party does live up to its name. So there's that. However, this film has to be one of the most annoying films I've ever seen. The film surrounds Jennifer Aniston canceling the Christmas party. So T.J. Miller decides the host one so that everyone can keep their jobs. Yeah. But I think the biggest problem with this film is that it's boring. To the point that I almost fell asleep at certain times, even during the party scene. That's how boring the film is. Also, these characters don't leave any impact on me. They're uninteresting and annoying, and some of the personalities are hardly explained, especially Jennifer Aniston. You know, that girl from those St. Jude commercials a lot of us grew up with. She's the typical jerky ass boss in the movie, and while her performance is nowhere near as bad as the female actor from Ghostbusters 2016, she still had some scenes where she got my nerves. Oh yeah, and of course, the raunchy and sex humor. This film goes overboard with it. It failed in Vacation 2015, and of course, it fails here. I guess I'm guessing that's what the film is surrounds, but if the film had that kind of humor that didn't work, then this film isn't gonna make it work either. I mean, there's some scenes where some of the women have their breasts exposed. What the hell? I mean, there are some nice car chase scenes that kind of deserve a bit of praise, and Clay's attentions for this party is understandable since he wants to keep everyone's jobs. But overall, what's the point of even watching this movie if it's not gonna be a party throughout the entire movie? And honestly, it's just a movie that it's pretty much worth skipping. Unaccompanied Myers. Well, this is the last bad movie on this list, so let's just get over with. But God, I don't think I've been this annoyed at a movie for a long time. And the fact this is a Christmas movie is pretty bizarre as well. The movie involves Spencer and her little sister, Catherine, on their way to spend Christmas with their father. However, they end up getting separated, and Spencer meets up with with four other kids, and they had to find a way to bust out of the room in order to save Catherine from a babysitter. Unaccompanied Myers is pretty much what the room looks like in the movie, except there's no preschool war zone for the majority of the movie. But the movie is filled with characters with the usual tropes in gangs like this, where one's the bossy girl, one's the scaredy one, and one's the tough one, and so on. In fact, some of the scenes feel very similar to The Breakfast Club, except that movie isn't Christmas related, but some scenes remind me of that movie. Also, Mr. Porter is just an asshole for the entire movie. And there's a scene where he's yelling at the kids, and it goes on for a long time. Oh yeah, the film also needs to introduce some unnecessary torture scenarios involving Catherine, which isn't fun to watch. The ending was nice to see, but it doesn't save the rest of this mess. And it's a film that definitely deserves to go into the room. Scrooge. This movie is the latest Christmas movie I saw. And let's just get this out of the way. It was meh. I mean, Scrooge isn't a bad movie, but it's one of those movies where nothing's happening for the majority of the runtime. The whole film surrounds Bill Murray as Frank, who ends up meeting three ghosts and going back to his childhood, and his wrongdoings. I mean, a lot of other media has done this kind of trope. The character gets knocked out, some random person shows them around and shows them their mistakes. Character feels bad, improves at the end, and that's it. Also, Bill Murray's performance here is a bit phoned up throughout the film. And Frank himself is just an annoying character. Seriously, there's several scenes where he just doesn't shut up. I mean, sure, there was a nice ending and a scene with a great speech from Frank, a very touching one. And you get a scene where the boy who's seen with his mother throughout his duration of the movie, a chance to talk. However, everything just didn't leave much of an impact on me. I mean, Scrooge isn't boring, but I feel like more could have been done with the plot. And if we're gonna be using the same plot from other media that had also used this plot, can you just come up with something original, make something original out of it? I mean, it's again, Scrooge isn't a bad movie, but it's something you really shouldn't be wasting your time on. But as a movie itself, it's fine. The Grinch. Let's get on. I'll be honest here. The 1966 animated Grinch special was amazing and definitely has been in many people's hearts. It was so popular enough that it got two film adaptations distributed by Universal. One was from 2000, which was a live action film, and the one I'm talking about is the 2018 adaptation made by Illumination. The film involves, well, as the 1966 anime special will be about. It involves the Grinch being fed up by Christmas, and he decides to steal it. So let's just get this out of the way. The animation is beautifully amazing. The visuals and colors are gorgeous to look at. It definitely stands out as being one of the Illumination's look gorgeous films of all time. I'm sorry, but I just love this animation. Then there's everything else. While the film is faithful to its source material, there are some elements that feel off and doesn't really feel like the Grinch getting a moose, which felt pointless at the end since the moose went back to his family. Also, there's this whole plot surrounding Cindy Lou, and it's completely pointless since her wish is that her mother will be less exhausted and depressed. However, we only get two scenes where to back up her statement. However, as the film progresses, she's just a normal mother, and not much else. So Cindy Lou's side plot is completely pointless and doesn't really serve much of the whole Grinch point. Also, the film decided to have the film decided to have the Grinch have a tragic backstory on why he hates Christmas. While it did have a good reason on why the Grinch hated Christmas and there was more further explanation, it's just the usual tragic backstory trope that we've known and loved. Overall, the 2018 adaptation of The Grinch is nowhere near as bad as others would say is, but if you like The Grinch, you're better off watching the 1966 anime special. You'll get more enjoyment from there than here.